And we are back. Welcome everyone back to the Jenna and Julien Podcast.
The Where Am I Podcast.
Yeah, for the last couple of weeks it's been a little wild, but we are back and we are podcasting. And we're actually periscoping this podcast right now. We're periscoping with our Periscope family. What's up, guys?
We're waving to our periscope.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace.com has some of the best templates for you to create your own website on, whatever that website may be for, your online shop, your blog, your business. Go to squarespace.com to check it out, and you get 10% off when you enter product code JJ at checkout. Thank you, Squarespace.
Thank you, Squarespace.
We used to do this on all the podcasts. We would have Ustream up.
Well, yeah, it used to be what we did instead of podcasts. We would just sit
and that's how the podcast came to be.
Chat for hours, yeah.
But then, yeah, we had two laptops, one recording the audio and one on Ustream. Mm-hmm. But now that Periscope exists, there's no need for any of that.
Periscope.
So Periscope is here, and we will be periodically referring to our commenters and our friends hanging out. Thank you for hanging out, guys, on Periscope. Well, Jenna and I both thought it was a good idea to just kind of chill out this podcast.
We had two relatively serious podcasts in a row. We talked about Kanye and about Miley Cyrus. So why not have a nice, not heavy podcast?
You getting messed up too?
Yeah.
Hold on.
We're having the technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, we need to chill out. I think,
plus we also flew in and we got home at like 11
We got home yesterday.
Yeah. I don't even know.
No, we got home at 7 a.m.
Oh, 7 a.m. Sorry. No idea.
We arrived
from Australia.
Yeah, so we flew in. We left Australia at 9:50 in the morning on Sunday, and we arrived at 7 a.m.
on Sunday
in LA. So I told my dad that, and he was like, "Well, why don't you pick yourself up from the airport?" But yeah, so we arrived at 7 a.m. from an international flight yesterday.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to land at 9 o'clock, but
what happened?
We must have caught just like a killer tailwind and like zipped in there.
Yeah, that was wild. Like,
they were like jamming our breakfast down our throats. I don't think that they expected us to land that early.
Oh, well, I appreciated that.
Julien does.
I like breakfast. But yeah, so we arrived at 7 and we got home and we were just like, fight the tired, like stay awake.
Right.
And I was like, Jenna, don't lay on the couch like that. Like turn your body a little bit so you're more uncomfortable. Like don't do that. And soon enough, we both succumbed. So we took a little nap.
Yeah.
And I limited it to like an hour and a half, which is hard when you wake Jenna up from a nap. It's not easy.
Well, that's why I don't nap, because I know I don't want to wake up from a nap.
Yeah. Well, I fought through it. I was like, I don't care if you're mad at me. You're waking up, or else we're going to be all messed up. You don't watch Parks and Rec, but there's an episode where Andy goes to London, he comes back, and he's jet lagged for like a week, and he won't fight the jet lag. He just sleeps all day and wakes up all night.
Falling asleep.
Yeah, and then he's like a mess at work.
Worst.
That's what we would have been.
When we went to Ireland, we sort of did that. We were like sleeping when we were tired, so we were like super fucked up. Like when we were in Ireland, and then when we got back from Ireland, it takes a little while to adjust.
Yeah.
But that 14-hour flight, it is a lot for your body to handle, regardless of how much you're trying to force yourself to adjust to it. It's a lot.
100%. And when we got to Australia, it was the same deal. Like we got there at the morning.
Right.
So we tried to sleep on the plane to adjust ourselves. And when you get there, you're like excited. You're like, oh no, I'm good. Like I'm feeling good. And then like 3 hours passes and you're like,
I'm not good.
Fuck. It's like 10 a.m. and I'm exhausted.
Yeah, and we've already like seen everything around town.
We've explored the whole.
What the fuck do we do now?
Oh my god. Yeah, but the trip overall went really great, I thought.
Yeah, it was
We went
great.
to FanFest and it was a great time, good event.
They're always so great.
FanFest has been some of the best events I've ever been to.
Yeah, and I mean, as of now, they're officially partnered in some capacity with YouTube. So
yeah, YouTube backs their events now.
It didn't used to be. It used to just be Tony and Jasper.
And it's interesting to have seen that progression. Mm-hmm. Like they used to just be this international kind of event that they would bring all over Europe and wherever, and No, Asia. It was Asia, not Europe. And they did such a good job, which I thought they always did a good job, but they would progressively get so much better that YouTube was just like, you know what, I'm going to, let's back these guys. Let's make this a real event or let's put our money where our mouth is, which is really cool to see. Like, those guys work hard, and they treat you and treat us very well.
Well, yeah, and it makes it great for us when we go there. We know that we're going to be safe. They're going to put on a good event. The kids are going to be safe. Like, they don't make people wait in those crazy lines where the kids can't go to the bathroom or go get food or get water.
Yeah.
Like, the tickets are pre-sold, so nobody has to like camp out or do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Because we've had some events in the past where somebody just didn't put a lot of thought into how this is actually going to work.
Yeah.
And like I've always VidCon is doing very well. Like, adjusting to people, because it used to just be like the first time that I went to like Playlist, I was just standing around, and then it just turns into a meet and greet because I had no plan. You know what I mean? They had no plan. There was no like formal way to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Although there is now. But it's much better. And I was always like, dude, if fucking Disneyland can figure out how, like, they never even know how many people are going to come. Like,
and
yeah,
they somehow figure it out every single day.
They stand in line for hours and hours, but they do. They figure it out every day with fast passes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they should be like a VidCon or like a YouTube Fan Fest, like fast pass. Like, come here at X time and then, whatever.
100%.
But it was really great, and thank you to everyone that came out and, came and hugged me. And lucky those of you that got to hug Troye Sivan or Connor Franta. Oh, jealous.
Yes, jealous.
I got to hug them too.
I got to hug Natalie Tran. That was pretty fucking cool.
Oh my God. Julian was trying to keep it together. For those of you that don't know who that is, I don't even know what you're doing.
Her YouTube channel is called Community Channel. And she puts out
OG,
such, like, OG, but like
YouTube.
her humor is like, there's no one else who makes humor like that.
Hysterical.
She's so hysterical, and she's like, I wouldn't even say deadpan. She's just so fucking real, you know? Like, she's just such a person when she does her humor, when she does her videos, that you're like, she holds it together so well, but she's so insanely funny.
Yeah. And she's, like, absolutely beautiful in person.
Beautiful, so nice, so sweet.
Right?
And her husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rowan.
Almost positive.
So nice. Both of them, such amazing people.
And she made us, what were those things called?
Lemmingtons.
I
think that's what they're called.
Is it a Lemmington?
I think it's a Lemmington. Well, because that's what she does. She has like a business where she makes those. So it's one of her things. And she was like, yeah, I also have gluten-free ones. And I'm like, are you real?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Julian
and they
was
were
really trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
Because he was fangirling a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was fangirling. That was cool. And I got to meet Connor. You already met Connor. You knew Connor.
Yeah, I know Connor. It was Connor's birthday the other day. Happy birthday, Connor.
Happy birthday, Connor. And guys, guess whose birthday's tomorrow?
It's my birthday tomorrow.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
Thanks. I'm going to be 29.
I'm so excited for you.
Very weird age.
Jenna, I said, Jenna, what do you want to do for your birthday? Like, lay it on me. This is like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Jenna, anything you want to do, we're doing it. She was like, nothing. I want to do nothing. And I was like, wait, what do you mean you want to do nothing? Yeah, I want to do nothing. I want to sit on the couch with the dogs. I want to play Elder Scrolls. I want to eat Veggie Grill. I want to do nothing.
Yeah, I want to do nothing for my birthday.
So against all my intuitions to put on some crazy thing, we're going to do nothing tomorrow.
Yay, thank you, Julian. I know, remember you were like, let's go out to dinner. Like, let's do this. I'm like, I don't even like that. I don't like going out to dinner.
This weekend we may have a little festive time with friends and going out, whatever. But that's this weekend.
I'm not opposed to something on the weekend if it involves alcohol.
Alcohol will be involved.
Yay! Drink responsibly, friends, because alcoholism is terrible.
It's not just alcohol, it's birthday alcohol.
Yeah.
So that's good. Your birthday's tomorrow. That's exciting.
Responsible drinking for my birthday.
Someone said you'll do something sneaky on Periscope. You guys know me too well, but I'm really not. I might have a gift for her tomorrow that she doesn't know about. But I'm just kidding. But no, I'm not kidding about. Never mind. Moving on. I'm not gonna take her out of the house. I mean, I might bring her some stuff and whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to leave. I want to stay in my pajamas all day for my birthday. It's gonna be the best.
Guys, I like, what do I do here? No, but it should be fun, and I'm excited. And you know what? It is kind of coming in the middle of a crazy time for us, like in terms of our schedule.
Well,
we're on the heels of a big trip. We're before a big award show and another trip. So it's like even if we really did want to do something huge, we couldn't really pull it off right now.
Yeah, no, but that was like why we sort of planned it like this, so that for my birthday we could, you know, because we've been traveling a lot. We were just at Duke, and then we were in Australia, so that, you know, we could have like a pseudo weekend on a Tuesday. Yeah. That's my birthday.
Exactly.
We were talking to Rome about it. Like, I feel like everybody, regardless of your job, should get the day off for their birthday.
100%. That should be a given. I don't understand why jobs don't do that.
Right?
I mean, if you work for Dunder Mifflin, at least you'll have like an epic like party thrown by the party planning committee.
Is this the podcast where you try and see how many references that you can make to The Office or Parks and Rec?
I thought that was every podcast.
That's what it feels like. I'm kidding. I appreciate it.
Oops. Sorry.
I feel like everyone should get their birthday off from work.
Yeah, that should happen.
Right?
How do we make that a thing?
I don't know.
Let's get Obama and Michelle's arms down here, and we'll talk to them.
Let's get D's nuts to like make his
Fight
official
for birthdays off.
Official campaign slogan is everybody gets their birthday off.
Oh, that's so good. Someone just said on Periscope, vlog your birthday. She doesn't have to vlog it. I'll vlog it for her. I'll vlog the birthday, so you guys will get to watch that in my vlog.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be doing anything,
yeah.
So there's nothing to vlog. I'm literally just going to be laying down cooing at the dogs. So if you want to vlog that, you can. What? Why'd you just make that face?
I didn't make any face.
You made a sneaky
sneaky face. I love this. This reminds me of our old podcast.
Sneaky otter face.
Doesn't this remind you of our old podcast?
Yeah,
where we just like shot the shit?
It's really nice to just sit and chat because, well, for a little while, you know, every single week, you do need to have topics to talk about.
No, but it's good to do this every once in a while.
Yeah, no, it feels good, especially since we're so wiped. But Duke University was awesome, by the way.
Duke was great. Duke was wonderful. That campus is like fucking really cool.
Ridiculous.
Really cool.
It's really awesome as an adult, as someone that went, you know, I went to 2 schools, but they're right near each other. Boston University had a little bit more of a campus than Suffolk did. Yeah. But it's really cool as an adult to visit other colleges to see other people's experiences, you know? Like, we worked at Boston College. We used to make hot dogs to raise money for softball. Yeah. And we had to work so many games, and we would see their, like, big campus and, like, their student housing. And I was like, oh, dude, this is fucking rad. Like, I wish I had that experience, but I'm really glad I didn't. I liked mine. Yeah. But it was, like, crazy to go to a school like Duke that is so, you know, fucking world renowned.
And I only went to one school,
and for good reason. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah. But I did do a lot of visiting of colleges. Like, not a lot. I didn't go on like huge trips, but I did visit my fair share of schools, and it was cool to be at like that school. I mean, like, wow, this is I remember this, you know, like going to look at schools. And one of the girls who was, you know, on the committee that was helping us, she had just recently, she was like a sophomore or something, and she was telling us a story about how she got accepted, and it's just like brought me back, you know, like it was cool though. And you know, everyone we met was very nice. The event was really cool. Like, you in that giant theater was really cool.
Yeah, dude, they were fucking cracking me up, though, because colleges are cool to go and talk at because you never really know what the audience wants to hear. Yeah. So I'll get a mixed bag of, like, questions when we open it up to audience questions and stuff.
Yeah,
you never know. You never know how weird it's going to get. Yeah. But, like, some of those, no one has ever asked me. Yeah. Someone was like, just this girl was like, can you tell us about your worst sexual experience? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, you hate it and you love it, but you appreciate it. It's the no filter.
I appreciate the realness.
They're
Keep
just
it real.
Kids. Yeah. They're college age kids. They're just becoming adults right now.
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah. I'd never had the grades or scores to get into Duke, I don't think. Yeah. I don't know, though. I didn't apply. I only applied to safe schools because I just wanted to live in a city.
Yeah, I applied to a fair amount of schools. I mean, if any of you are applying to colleges right now, you're probably doing it on a website. Yeah. And for your website needs, you should check out Squarespace.com.
Yeah!
Because Squarespace.com has some of the best templates and the sweetest looking, professional, crisp looking websites you can have. And they're very easy to run. Like, that's the thing about Squarespace. They look like a whole team's behind it, which it is. It's Squarespace's team, but you have little to no work to do. You set up your look, you pick a template, you pick your vibe of what you want your website to be, you pick all the features, and you customize all the links and everything that goes on and in the website. And Squarespace does everything else.
So good.
And yeah, it's great because if you have a problem anytime, you have 24/7 customer support on Squarespace chat with a representative. So day or night, you're having an issue, you reach out to them and they will fix that issue. And if you do have a Squarespace website, honestly, tweet it at us. Like, say, hey, here's my Squarespace website. I'll fucking check that shit out. Like, I want to see websites. I love looking at cool. Like, and that's another thing. I have a motto in my life, and it applies to T-shirts and it applies to websites. I will go to your website and I will wear your T-shirt if it's comfortable and cool to look at. Like, if someone gives me a T-shirt that's super comfortable, I don't care what it says. I'm gonna wear it.
That's true.
If a website's really cool looking,
spiritual gangster.
I do, and I hate that term. My mom gave it to me, but it's the most comfortable shirt. And if a website looks really cool, looks really sexy, I don't care if they're selling like grass.
I kind of
literal grass off the fucking lawn. I want to look at your website. So check it out, squarespace.com. Enter product code JJ for Jenna and Julien, and you get 10% off your website.
And thank you, Squarespace, as always, for your continued support of the Jenna and Julien podcast. And speaking of the 24-hour customer service, when I was in Australia, this is now the second time this has happened to me. I'm not okay, so I'm a little bit lazy sometimes.
Someone goes to Squarespace to make a website about grass.
I'm a little lazy sometimes when it comes to only using my phone internationally when I can connect to Wi-Fi, because I don't really care.
You're pretty rough about it.
No,
it's
I'm like, I will pay extra money to be on the internet and to use my phone overseas because it's, part of my job, to 100%. Not be disconnected from the world.
Yep.
So I'm like, you know what, if it goes over, it is what it is. I'm going to pay it anyways, regardless of if I pay for it up front or if I pay for it in hindsight.
Yeah.
And my data got shut off in Australia. I get a notification on my phone. It got shut off in Toronto in the same way.
You got a text.
Yeah, I get a text. We're at a bar on our last day. We're in Manly. It was really
Manly
beautiful.
Beach.
It was the best ever.
Fucking heaven on earth.
I get a text from, I don't mean to drag this company, but AT&T is my phone service provider.
Drag, Jenna,
I'm not trying to drag. I'm not trying to drag. Because they're great otherwise, I think. I don't know, man. I just use my phone. I get a text, and they're like, your data has been shut off. Like, there was no warning. There's would you like to keep it going? Yeah. And they just shut it off. Yep. So it goes in the text. It says, call this number if you would like to, have it turned back on. I called the number from Australia. It's like 4 in the afternoon. So in the middle of the night, I think, or something. I don't know, whatever the fuck.
But it was outside of their business hours, right?
Yeah, I call, and they're like, please call back during business hours. I'm like, you motherfucker, you can shut off my data and shut off my phone, and when I call you to try and fix it, you tell me to fucking call you back? How? Bitch, how? Having an
international helpline only open during certain business hours is like having a vampire shop that's only open during the day. Like, it's the most fucking stupid thing you could do. I'm sorry.
It's international
if it's an international line, it's always in the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
Always somewhere. So why are you going to ever close? You have to have a 24-hour support. If Squarespace can do it, you can do it too.
You can do it too. I just it was the most nonsensical thing ever. It your phone's data shut off. Please call us if you'd like to turn it back on. Call them. We're sorry. Call back at a better time. Fuck off. Fuck you. But we got to turn back on
the next day.
Yeah. But then we were getting on a plane, so I couldn't use it anyways. Man.
Another thing about AT&T, not to drag, but another thing about AT&T which bugged me is we were traveling, and I was I called them, and I was like, I'm going to Australia. I'd like to throw a lot of my money at you so I can be on Twitter in another country. Right. Yeah. And so they're like, okay, here's our gold package. It's 800 megabytes for whatever. And I was like, okay, I'd like the next one, please, because I'll go through that in an hour.
Right.
And they're like, no, that's it. That's the highest you can get, and then you have to pay overages. So basically, it's set up for you to already go over.
Right,
it's made for you to pass it.
That's why I was I don't mean to drag AT&T because I know that a lot of other... Well, it doesn't make any sense.
And then I had to buy...
They're all like that. They're all just sort of criminal when it comes to you being able to use your phone in another country.
Guys... You're making us drag here, okay?
You did this.
If you guys have in the comments, no, I'm not even joking. Help us, please, because in the comments, if you know of a provider, like I've heard good things. Jenna doesn't think T-Mobile's getting their act together. I've heard that they are. I've heard that they're getting their act together with their coverage, like spreading coverage, and having fair deals where you can get new phones every year and pay fair monthlies and data. I've heard good things. It was on the Reddit the other day, which is something I value as a proper source. Tell us in the comments if you know of any provider that's not shit. Not saying AT&T is shit, but some things that they do can be doo-doo like.
Yeah.
My phone is about to die for all you guys on Periscope.
You got 10%. Life on the edge.
It was literally 20% like 5 minutes ago.
Life on the edge.
Just so you know, if the Periscope just like says peace, that's why. It's because my phone died.
Oh, it's okay. It'll be back.
R.I.P. and peace, my phone.
What was I just gonna say? Oh, the other thing that sucks is that you looked in, because we travel like fair amount enough for us to have seriously looked into other forms of Wi-Fi, like hotspots and that sort of thing. And Julian was so excited, he did research for like a year or more. I waited around. It was a lot of looking and waiting around. And he was waiting for this one called Karma, I think. And he was so excited. He finally got it. Like, this was because we've waited, especially in Australia, in Bali. Like, we've had to upload, you know, for an entire day. Like, that's how slow the internet is, and you can't do anything about it. And sometimes it'll like stop or it'll get shut off, and then you have to start over. And there's just no way to fix it, especially like in Bali, or when I was in Mumbai.
Oh my God,
year.
I remember Bali.
I was just in tears in Mumbai. Like, I feel terrible. This is never going to come out. This video is just going to disappear. So he did all this research. He got this hotspot. We get it to Australia.
And I have 10 gigs of data ready to go.
10 gigs of data ready to go. And
they're not available outside the U.S.
Just like, come on, man.
It was all the hours I've spent waiting and trying to order that thing came down to that one moment where I was like, it's finally here. This moment, I knew it was coming. Where we needed Wi-Fi and no one had it. And I brought some. And then it didn't work.
That was terrible.
It was really sad.
You were really upset.
I was pretty bummed. I mean, because not only was I waiting and looking around for the right hotspot for a while, because it isn't the fastest, but it's got really good reviews, and I read a lot into it. The only thing is that, like, I ordered it in December. It had like an 8-month production halt on producing and shipping out these products. I think it was a Kickstarter at one point, which is when I initially ordered it, something like that. And we were expected to get them in like December or January, and there was an 8-month production halt because of some fucking production issue that we finally got them in like, what, July, late July?
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe, so, you know, when we're at some place in the U.S. or maybe someday when they expand to global coverage, I'll have that moment. But I didn't get my juicy moment.
I know.
All I want is one motherfucking juicy moment.
I know. Well, what I've done in the past, you've seen me do it. I'll take my phone, I'll turn on a hotspot, and, you know, try and upload something and see which is slower, like the Wi-Fi of wherever I am. Oh my God,
my favorite thing is that right when you got the text that your data was turned off, you try to turn on a hotspot. Like, where are you going to get the service for the hotspot?
I will try anything to get, well, because it's the worst. Like, my phone always gets shut off, not yours, not Rome's, and then you guys just sit there on your phone and I just stare at the sky. Like, I have nothing to fucking do.
The sky was beautiful, though, in Manly Beach. Like, it's not a bad look,
But even, like, when I drove across the country to move to Los Angeles, I was in the middle of the Badlands. Like, to anyone that's like, well, why don't you go to a coffee shop or a library and get better Wi-Fi? Like, I'm telling you, some of these places,
it doesn't exist.
There is no option. You have no option.
Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I will just do the best that I can. And sometimes the answer is that, like, you either get no internet or you get really, 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 really slow internet.
But what's worse? I don't think no internet's worse. I think slow internet is worse because it gives you a glimmer of hope.
It does.
And then it crashes down on your world.
Like, when I was a kid, after school, I would come home and we had dial-up internet. So we were only allowed to use it so much because it plugged into the phone line. So no one could call the house.
You couldn't be on the computer if someone was expecting a call.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I would get I would go to this website. I can't remember the name of it, but it was just like, you know, nothing. Like there's nothing there. It was just filled with like purple gems and shit. And you just like go there and scroll down the page and look at them. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. Like cartoons.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And I would just sit there and like wait and wait and wait and wait. And by the time my internet time was up, you know, like an hour or whatever in the kitchen timer, you know, it had loaded just like a picture of like a girl.
Oh my God.
And I was like, all right, this is a good day. Like that's what I got. Yeah. Because then you could be on Instant Messenger the whole time. Mm-hmm. And at least that was worth it. When you hear the like of your crush leaving because they don't want to talk to you.
Oh. Either. I would never have left.
I would have talked to you.
I would talk to you.
It would be super creepy. Then.
I would be like I would be like a kid, and you'd be like in high school creeping on some kid.
I would have been 12, and you would have been 6.
And I would have been the coolest kid in my first grade class.
Ew, let's not ever think about that ever again.
Goals.
Did you just goals to that?
Goals.
No.
6th grade. Wait,
I would have babysat you.
Babysat.
Julian, ew.
You're 12, okay? It's okay. We're just hanging out. No one said anything. Jesus.
This conversation got so
Christ.
weird. That's so weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird. And I made it weird.
You did. You made it weird. What was your favorite part of Australia?
Well, 100% Manly Beach. Oh, okay. My favorite part of Australia, altogether, well, first, let me preface it with this. Every time I go to Australia, I feel so lucky because there's gluten-free food everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere. They are so far ahead of where we are in the United States of the availability and the accommodations of gluten-free food and the awareness of celiac in Australia. Like, it's unreal.
Actual awareness of celiac.
Like, every waiter asked if I had celiac. Like, basically, at a stupid coffee shop, they would know and have gluten-free bread. So that's a preface. And the coffee, amazing. Preface. Then my favorite real part this time was Manly Beach. And on top of that was Moonshine's Bar in Manly Beach. We had such an insane day just walking around. It was like so perfect. The weather was great. It was like packed with people, but we didn't even care. Like it was just so fun. We ate great food at that. It was at Papi Chulo. Papi Chulo. Papi Chulo was the name of it. We ate lunch at Papi Chulo on Manly Beach and had amazing food, had drinks at Moonshine's, and there was a rugby function at Moonshine's, and one of the guys who was on.
Tell them why you like Moonshine so much.
Okay, so
why we went there originally.
So I've been wanting to go. Sorry, that was.
Julian unplugged my headphones.
I didn't do it on.
Now I'm in a vacuum.
Oh, are your headphones like dying?
Yeah, probably.
Should we just take them off?
Yeah.
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 Fucking get fucking more.
Get fucked more.
You guys want to get fucking more tonight? I've been watching Geordie Shore. Sorry. But so so I was on Twitter, and anytime like we go to a place, you guys are so fucking cool on Twitter. Like, go to this place, giving me all sorts of recommendations. So thank you for always doing that. But someone said, go to Moonshine's on Manly Beach. They have a bunch of ciders on tap, and it's cheap at AF, like cheap AF. And I was like, I'm going to star this tweet, and I'm also going to screenshot it because I star a lot of tweets and I might forget where it is. So I screenshotted it, and it kind of left my brain. And then when we were talking about what we should do on our day off, Rome was like, well, where should we go? Should we go to the beach? And I was like, well, someone tweeted that there's this really cool bar with a lot of cider, but I forget where it is. And she was like, well, is it in Bondi? And I was like, no. And she was like, is it in Manly? I was like, yeah. And she was like, let's go to Manly. I was like, okay. And we go to Manly, just not knowing anything because Rome is the only one who's been there.
Yeah, we took a ferry.
We took a ferry to Manly. Most beautiful ferry ride ever.
Awesome.
And we just had the day of our life. And we get to Moonshine's, and there's fucking sick amounts of cider. Some of the best tasting cider I've ever had.
You never get cider on tap.
Never get cider on tap in the U.S. It was called the Hills cider. It's my new favorite. I'll never be able to drink it again until I'm in Australia, probably. But they had cider. But then there was a rugby function, and this guy named Dan came up and recognized us and said hi, and he was very sweet, and he bought us a couple of beers or ciders, and then he was just like hanging out with us, and he was like he was this giant Aussie fucking rugby dude. He was so nice. Everyone was nice. It was just one of those experiences where it was like a weirdly perfect day.
Yeah, I thought something terrible was going to happen. I was like, no one can have a day this good.
I know. I was like, let's go to sleep right now.
Something bad's going to happen.
End it so
if we keep enjoying ourselves, something bad is going to happen. It was really awesome.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah. And like it the geography of it kind of like hurt my brain a little bit, because I was like, all right, so we take a ferry there, but then we can take a cab
back.
home. And the cab ride is shorter than the ferry ride. Like, it was a little bit of a mind fuck, like where exactly we were.
Yeah.
But it was fucking awesome.
Beautiful. Great
and
day.
well, because this was our third time in Australia, so you know, the first 2 times we sort of did the tourist stuff. Like, you see the things you need to see. Like, you go to the opera house.
Do that.
Right, and it's also really stressful. Like, every time I go somewhere, I assume it's the last time I'm ever going to be there.
Of course, yeah.
So, like, you want to see everything that you need to see before you leave.
Yeah.
So, like, the first time we were there, I was like, all right, I really want to see the opera house and, like, be in Darling Harbor and all of that. And you're, like, stressed out that you're not going to see it all. And then we went back there again, and this was our 3rd time. So this time we finally got to, like, not be stressed about sightseeing and also go to a place that, you know, you wouldn't usually go to unless you had a week or more in Australia.
That's a really incredible point.
You know?
Like, we've gotten so lucky to have gone there before so that we didn't have to, like, make it to everywhere. We could just kind of relax and
it's really
kind of
stressful.
figure out what we want to do. But yeah, no,
like,
that's
traveling
exactly,
is stressful when they're like, all right, guys, now you got to go do this and do that, and you got to see this, you got to see that, and half of them you're like, I could have lived without this.
I know, but you do it because it's like honoring the trip.
You do it because you have to.
But no, overall it was a great trip, and I'm happy to be back. We're happy to see our dogs. Like, we miss them a lot. That's probably one of the hardest things for us when we travel, just missing the dogs.
Yeah,
among Jenna not liking flying and everything like that.
I don't really like flying, and I don't really like staying up high. We stayed up, like, pretty high, and the balcony makes me nervous because
she kept saying to me, I'm not a bird, Julien. I'm not a bird. Why are we up this high? And I'm like, well, you got a point. I don't know why we're up this high.
Well, because I was so I don't like being on a balcony. Like, in Singapore, I was on a huge fucking balcony like that. Yeah. And it's sort of just like, you know, chest high, and you're like, dude, like, what if fucking anything happened? Like, you just fall out. Like, I have this very irrational fear of, like, falling out of your balcony. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll sit on the ground and on the balcony and, like, try and enjoy it a little bit. But then, like, at night, I was, like, closing all the curtains. I'm like, I'm not a bird, Julien. Why would I want to live up this high?
She's not a bird.
But we got to see some fireworks. That was pretty cool.
That was cool. Oh, I'm putting a vlog out tomorrow morning, and it has the Manly Beach trip. Yeah. It has all that fun stuff we were talking about. So really you'll be able to see that. But it was overall a great trip.
Yeah. The one thing that never, like, fails to, like, blow my mind when we're in Australia is, like, you'll go to a cafe in the middle of the mall. First of all, the cafe is, like, teeny tiny.
It's like as big as a closet.
But then the seating, the seating is, like, in the center of the mall, like, aisle, basically. So traffic, people walking goes on either side of you, and then you're just sitting in the middle of the mall. Yeah. And, like, you could think you're just eating at a cafe, but they'll serve you the most beautiful breakfast you could ever imagine. Like, they take their breakfast so seriously.
Dude, I got a eggs Benedict that was brighter than my future, and I ate it, and I was
it looked like Gordon Ramsay made it.
I was, like, in the middle of a mall. What am I doing eating this dish? And it was amazing. On gluten-free bread, of course. Like,
right.
Yeah, you're right. It's there's those cafes everywhere, and they're all so good. They take their brekkie seriously.
They didn't come here to fuck spiders.
They came there to eat brekkie and get more.
Eat brekkie.
Get more.
Okay, I just want to tell you, Julien and Rome were both watching Geordie Shore, which I haven't watched yet. For those of you that don't know,
it's the UK version of Jersey Shore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
Except they show, like, titties and
it's
fucking
porn. It's porn.
And, like,
they show titties,
everything. So they're like, the two of them are trying to watch it at the same time, and, like, just making sure that there's no, like, kids around them, because it's graphic.
There's, like, titties out.
There's titties out.
And like, you know, in Jersey Shore, like, at night when they show the room cams, like, in the black and white and whatever,
and they'll cut away.
They don't fucking cut. You see them fucking in the bed, like, under the covers. You don't see it, but it's happening, and it's on camera. It's just, and they like to say, instead of getting drunk, they say they get pissed, or they say they get mortal.
Like mortal.
Mortal.
Like mortal.
Let's
my
get
headphones
mortal.
are working now. Well, because they were both saying it. They wouldn't stop saying, "Oh, gonna get mortal," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you guys saying?" First of all, what are you talking about? Second of all, what the fuck are you saying? Mortal.
We're gonna get mortal.
Mortal, like you're getting
means really drunk,
like super wasted. I don't think I would ever want to be mortal.
You would want to be mortal.
It's like Mortal Kombat. Like I don't. That sounds way too intense for me.
It's just like, hey, it's Friday. Time to get more.
No. What about just like a few drinks?
No, but you like getting drunk,
out,
so it's the same thing. It's just called more.
Just like have some nice, calm fun. Not like some more fun. I don't want to have more fun.
Okay.
It sounds violent.
I'll have more fun.
It sounds scary.
More.
No. No, thank you. No.
It's the best. Someone tweeted at me today, "Oh, I'm so happy you watched Geordie Shore. #mortal." I was like, yes.
More. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I have been following, I think, a couple of them on Instagram for years.
Oh, shit. I got to follow them on Instagram.
Yeah. Like Charlotte.
Charlotte's really funny.
Her hair made me fucking laugh out loud. Just that one shot of
where
her
it's
hair.
Like high as fuck.
Yeah, she's got like these like giant pigtails, like this just shit coming out of her head.
She's funny. She's like one of the funnier people in the show because they're all like pretty goofy and like they all get wasted all the time. But some of them are like pretty funny. Yeah. I need to download the rest of the episodes because I didn't get to watch the whole season.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching Party Down South. But not on this trip, on the last trip. But I didn't make it all the way through.
We need to get our reality TV dicks in order.
I know. They're really good shows, though. Like, because you get so invested in the people.
Yeah, and it's so dumb. You're like, I miss like being there when they all go out on Friday nights and getting more. I miss watching that.
It's like they're your friends.
Yeah, except they don't know you.
It's like what the internet's like. Like whenever I meet a YouTuber for the first time, I'm sort of like, hi.
I know, that's how I felt when I was Natalie
So I watch you, and sorry for spying on you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Like I met Lauren Curtis for the first time.
Oh, she was majestic.
And like we were sitting in the car on the way home, and I said, the most awkward thing ever. I'm like, dude, I watched the video of your teeth. Because she got like Lumineers, like they look beautiful. And I was like, dude, I watched the video of your teeth. Like they look so great. Like that's amazing. I would love to get that done. And she's like, she just started dying laughing because in hindsight, I realized as soon as it left my mouth just how fucking weird that is to say to someone, you know?
You must have been mortal to say something like that.
Well, it's like it's happened to me before when I'm telling someone what I've watched of them. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking embarrassing right now.
But it's not embarrassing. It's cute.
Like, hey, I watch your Snapchats and like just, I fucking, like I said that about Grace's dog the other day. I'm like, I look at Goose every single day. Never met Goose, but I look at Goose every day. Yeah. It's a weird feeling.
It is. Because when you do it, you don't realize they don't know you're doing it.
Right, you're mortal.
Right, you're mortal. You guys fucking survived. You're the real MVP. Periscope is still going.
Periscope's still here.
But I like this podcast. It's a good podcast.
Yeah, this is fun.
Thank you, Squarespace, again, for sponsoring the podcast, for all of your website needs, and also your really sexy and easy to do website needs. Go to squarespace.com and check it out, guys. Seriously, you can do a free trial, but if you decide to go with it, you get 10% off if you use product code JJ at checkout. And if you ever do use Squarespace, please tweet us your websites because I would love to see them.
Someone just make more old cupcakes.
More.
And it's just like, really exciting themed cupcakes.
More. Everyone tweet and comment happy birthday to my lovely girlfriend.
Aww,
it's her birthday tomorrow.
Julian.
And we will see you guys next week for another podcast.
Yeah, and thank you for letting us do more low-key podcasts this week. If you even find this interesting.
In the chain of events lately, we kind of just needed to chill out and hang for a little bit. Remember,
for sure,
why we're doing it.
Always.
We're gonna go get more. Oh, just kidding.
We're gonna go eat dinner.
Monday night. We're gonna go eat dinner.
Does that apply? You get more about dinner.
I get more about food. Period. I like inhaled my Chipotle today.
Julian turns into a Julian tornado and just inhales it.
Like the Tasmanian devil when he just goes. That's what I do. Except the food's there when I start, and then it's gone when I'm done.
That's right. More.
Guys, go get more. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.